Today's programme is all about using free resources. We feature a masterclass on how to make the best use of the free resource that is the internet itself. We drop in on a class podcasting a revision lesson. And we've got more top tips.
It's important to make time from your classroom duties to go to the BET show, go and see what's new out there, what's innovative. Even if the companies who are demonstrating don't know the best way to use it, the products are there, you can make your own minds up and make your own plans for the future.
Hello and welcome to ICT SOS. We start today with the internet and how to get the best out of what it has to offer. Julian Chalice is a geography teacher who'd found lots of really useful resources on the web, but the trouble is there are so many he wasn't quite sure how to organise them. So, what can he do?
I've got a Year 9 geography group at the moment who need to start some work on national parks. I want to use the internet as a research tool with various media, but I'm finding that they will often take their own direction and it will take a long time to find productive stuff. So I'm looking for a package really that will try and keep the research focused together.
Here to help is Michael Bull, an AST in ICT. He helps teachers to get the best out of the internet, and he has the answer to Julian's problem.
I'm going to show Julian how to create a web quest. You can incorporate lots of different media into one single file. And in that way, he should be able to create an engaging and interesting resource that will focus the learning of the pupils. A web quest really is just a kind of web-based resource where we can give the pupils a series of instructions that they've got to go through to complete the task. And from that, we can create hyperlinks to all the media that you want, the websites that you've got, the movie clips and so on. And at the same time, we could create a couple of resources which are, if you like, as I say, writing frames that pupils can put their results onto. And then we can link from our web resource out to that as well.
The example products used in the programme are just some of the many resources available. For a range of similar products, see the Teachers TV website. What's really going to help Julian is the ability to add a range of multimedia resources to his software.
Obviously, what you're looking to do is to try and restrict the access the pupils have got. You don't want to waste lots of time searching and so on.
I've got 4 websites that I've really looked through that I'd like the pupils to have access to.
Well, hyperlinks are really easy. All we do is we put something onto our page, and again, we highlight it. And now if we right-click, right at the bottom of this menu here is the hyperlink option.
Oh, as you would in a Word document?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And then from there, again, we've got loads of options here.
Those options include hyperlinking to websites, digital images, movie clips, sounds and writing frames to record answers. Putting all these resources in one place will avoid the problem of millions of web hits. Once all the hyperlinks are in place, the web quest can be saved to a shared drive and accessed in the lessons.
Once I've built the document and I've got that set up, how would I use it in a lesson?
All you need to do is, at the beginning of the lesson, show them where the file is.
Right.
They simply open that file that's called index.
It will be a file that they're opening, but for the intents and purposes when they're looking at it with the links, it will look like a web page.
Absolutely, yeah. They won't know any difference. They won't know that it's not a website that's being created professionally, for example. There'll be no way of them telling. It will just look like a website to them.
Excellent. And then I will just guide them through which bits to open it up, and then it should be self-taught, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, my advice would be to show them what the resource looks like.
Yes.
And maybe show them how to navigate through it and pick out a few key areas that you think are important before they go away and do it themselves. But essentially, they should be able to do this independently.
Excellent. Right, thank you very much.
Okay.
Using Michael's advice, Julian has produced his own web quest about national parks. As well as linking web pages and movie clips, he's created 3 writing frames for the pupils to complete during the lesson. So, with the ICT suite booked and Michael watching, Julian uses the web quest he's created for his Year 9 class to compare a national park with a local recreation area.
We start off with the introduction, and here is the information as to what you are going to find out. It reiterates the big question which we're going to come to at the end of the lesson.
The first task is a drag and drop exercise to produce a map showing the location of national parks.
So do read through the introduction and look through the tasks.
How do you write?
You don't write, you drag the box.
Oh, yeah.
There we go, Dartmoor. Done Dartmoor.
New Forest is just there.
No, start that one, Exmoor.
It was really simple to navigate. They're just clicking on lots of links, and it's only taken a few minutes for them to get the idea of where to go to and where to find the resources they need.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, OK, and now you can move on to section 2. It's that one. So use your descriptive skills, look at it, use your imagination. What would it really be like to live in an area like that?
They've got a writing frame, they're clicking on a link, they're just saving it into their user area and they can start typing in and they're going to have an end product now that they can take away with them.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yep, send it to print. Well done. Year 9, sticking to strict timings. Remember, we're now down to another 3 minutes and I would like you to move on to task 3, please.
Wait, do the park ranger. So they want...
Start from the beginning.
Yeah.
The video clips are really adding to the learning that's going on here as well. They're picking up in a few seconds of video footage here all sorts of information that would take them maybe 3, 4 or 5 minutes to read through. It's working really nicely.
I know, it's on about... They want them to go. They're going to break up. Yeah, because the amount of people that are walking on them, they're... what's the word?
They're like going away, wearing away.
Yeah, they're wearing away. And so you said like the sheer amount of people that walk on, there's going to be a landslide.
This is really great. Although there's some really good independent working going on here, you can also see that the pupils are really discussing these ideas now. They're engaged in the task and they're really starting to talk about the important key points.
So he wants like to a natural
So it's a bit dangerous, yeah.
Yeah.
And Julian's got loads of paper coming out of the printer now as well, so there's lots of work being finished, the sort of thing that they can put in folders, they can take home, obviously a revision tool for future as well.
Gemma, well done. Please put your name on it. Keep that, because it's important when it comes to answer the final big question. Okay. All right, well done.
And this is the sort of thing that now it's saved in their pupil area that they could be working on at home, could be an extended homework task as well, so that's really good.
OK, Year 9, could you now finish the sentence you're on, please, and take the headphones off and look this way? So, to come back, to have a discussion, what can work out? What is the difference? What's so special about a national park?
Park rangers, like, look after it and make sure the rules are in place.
The national park's sort of been looked after by someone, whereas Cannon Wedge is more individual, just where people can just go.
Thank you very much for your work on this. We started off with a question, we've answered it, but we now realise we've got a further problem which we can investigate next lesson.
So, did the web quest answer Julian's SOS?
I find I can adapt it to other geographical situations and topics, and also hopefully I can disseminate it to other geographers within the department, so I'm very pleased.
Well, from what I saw, it seemed to go really well. The people seemed to be really engaged. They were involved in the activity, they were discussing with each other what was going on, and it seemed as if they were moving through the material very quickly as well, making use of all the resources that Julian had put together.
We got through a lot of content, but the pupils remained focused the whole time because of the way the publisher document locked it all down for them, so I was very pleased.
Whilst you've been watching that, I did a web search. I typed in UK national parks and got exactly 62,200,000 results. So you can see how a bit of logical organisation will save you and your students an awful lot of time. You can find out information about that or anything else you've seen on the programme by visiting the Teachers TV website. Now for some top tips.
I find it useful before I teach to open up all the files that I'm going to use on the interactive whiteboard or on the computer and just keep them minimised and ready for use.
I really like handheld technology, not least of all because it's much cheaper, but pupils interact with it differently. They're far more likely to use it as a tool rather than when they sit in front of a PC just waiting for it to do something for them.
When I'm in the computer suite, I get the children to turn off the monitors when I want them to listen to me.
Finally today, revision. It's very often hard to maintain contact with pupils who are at home on study leave and help them with any problems they might have. We've been to South Bromsgrove High School to visit 2 teachers who've been using podcasting to create resources which pupils can access at home via the internet. A podcast is an audio recording which has been converted into a digital file and can be accessed using a computer. These students in South Bromsgrove are creating a recording as part of their GCSE music course.
Podcasting is a fantastic tool for teachers. It allows you to take a snapshot and store that snapshot, and you can build them up on your computer ready for revision for your exams. Okay, this is a podcast for advice for the listening exam for Year 11. So who's going to start the ball rolling?
You don't need your own recording studio either. This class is using a £10 microphone connected to a laptop. The podcasts are created using a free piece of software from the internet. Making one is as simple as writing an email. Enter a title, description and press record. Once the recording is finished, a couple of clicks instantly uploads it to the school website. Then pupils can download it at any time.
Okay, another fact.
Be specific, so don't write strings, write violin.
The good thing about podcasting within a school situation, it's probably the first time that you can easily take away from the classroom the verbal, the audio part of what has gone on in the classroom. Traditionally, for hundreds of years, it's been what you write down, and that's what you take away. Okay, another fact.
Give examples of composers in the exam, then you know like at least 2 that you could put down.
Most of our school goes home on a bus. That time, okay, they might chat with their friends, but a lot of the time nowadays they've got MP3 players. They can put those on and they can be listening to what happened in the lesson yesterday. We'll end the session there and we'll just listen to the opening part of this.
You've got to know the different composers from each.
You can hear back what you've done. The students like this part of it because they're hearing their own voices and there's a little bit of giggling, but it really raises the enthusiasm in the lesson to do that.
Each department has its own podcasting page on the school website where students can access a variety of recordings, ranging from science experiments to recounts from World War II veterans. One subject to particularly benefit is modern foreign languages. Anne Peters has been using podcasting in her GCSE German lessons as students prepare for their oral examinations.
Then we're going to work on some model answers like we've done before. All right, and then we're going to record them.
They know what their teacher sounds like, but they're going to do the exam, and so it's good for them to be able to go back, hear themselves delivering a model answer, hear their colleagues delivering a model answer that they can then go away and work on.
So we're going to do the recording. Good. All right, remember what we were talking about. Good answers there. Good pronunciation. You need, all right, good quality for you to listen back to. It would help, wouldn't it, if the microphone was the right way up.
It's like all things associated with ICT. It just takes a little bit of getting used to and a little bit of practice. And perhaps just the confidence to go ahead, even if you make a mistake, just to be able to, pick yourself up and start again, really.
Laura, was hast du gestern gemacht?
Gestern bevor Schule bin ich 6:30 aufgestanden.
Normalerweise stehe ich 6:30 auf.
Dankeschön, das war's, wunderbar. Should we listen? See? Fingers crossed, ja? Okay. Also nochmals Foundation Level und das ist für Laura.
Gestern bevor Schule bin ich 6:30 aufgestanden und habe ich mich angezogen.
What do you think?
It's good, yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
It was good, yeah, absolutely good. Okay, should we post it? Send it into the ether, yeah? Make sure it's there for you when you get home tonight.
The response of the students has been overwhelmingly positive. So I think in terms of the student use and also staff use, it has got immense potential.
Utilising the same software, the school has already begun using video podcasts, where you can see the content as well as hear it.
Okay, this is just reminding ourselves of what we did in the Brock music lesson.
If you are interested in using podcasts but find the thought of making your own a bit daunting, there are already lots of recordings made by other teachers freely available on the internet. You can find out information about that or anything else you've seen on the programme by visiting the Teachers TV website. That's about it for now, and I'll see you next time.